Hi, it's Rev Dave here again to tell you another story from my Storyteller's Bible. And today for my story I've brought with me a packed lunch, because at the heart of this story is a small boy and his packed lunch and how he helped out. And as I tell this story, I want to imagine yourself as that child in the story and how you might have responded. Here we go. The Marvellous Picnic. It wasn't long before lots of people wanted to hear Jesus talk about God, and many more wanted him to make them well. So they followed him everywhere, from town to town, from city to country, and all the way back again. "We need a rest," Jesus said to his friends one day. So they took a little boat trip across Lake Galilee, hoping to camp for a while in the hills or beyond. But the people were so eager to see Jesus that they raced about the shoreline to meet him on the other side. Jesus was tired. But when he turned and saw the people following him up the hill, he stopped. "They're like sheep without a shepherd," he said to his friends. "They need someone to show them the way." So he sat himself down, right then and there, and he started to teach. "God loves you," Jesus said. "He knows what's best for you. The most amazing things can happen when you trust him." Jesus said a lot more than that. He taught all day, in fact, and by then the people were hungry. "Philip," Jesus called to one of his friends, "can you go out and buy some food for the people?" Philip just laughed. "Oh, there are more than 5,000 of them. It would take 6 months' pay to feed them all." Then Andrew, Peter's brother, spoke up. "There's a boy here, Jesus, who has a little food, 5 loaves of bread and a couple of fish. It's not much, but it's a start." "So it is," grinned Jesus, and he rubbed his hands together, as if he were about to go to work. "Make the people sit down in little groups. Tell them we're going to have a picnic." Jesus' friends looked at Jesus. They looked at the boy's little lunch. They looked at the enormous crowd. Then they looked at each other and shrugged. "All right," they agreed. "Whatever you say." Jesus smiled as he watched them go. Then he bowed his head, thanked God for the food, and started to break it into pieces. The friends returned and began to pass out the pieces. And, to their amazement, there was plenty for the first group, and the second group, and the third group, and then every group. Plenty for everyone. More than enough to go around. So much, in fact, that there were 12 baskets full of leftovers to take home. Wow! The people patted their tummies. They struggled to their feet. They wiped the crumbs from their mouths, and some even burped. Oops. But all Jesus' friends could do was stare. "It's just as I told you," said Jesus. "God can do the most amazing things. All we have to do is trust him." Then he smiled at his helpers, popped a chunk of bread into his mouth, and started off for home. What a lovely story. As I said, just imagine you were that child in that crowd, and Jesus takes your packed lunch and feeds all those people. What would you be thinking? There's a thought for today.